Hi there folks, today we're going to be doing kind of a half an unboxing. As you can see, this is a crate of ammo that's already been busted into. This belongs to a friend of mine. He recently purchased a full crate of 1,000 rounds of 7.62x51 ammunition from an estate, and he already opened the crate up and he's been into it, but he left one of these tins sealed so we could have a look at it and we could open it up together. So that's what this video is going to be about. This particular stuff is Chinese manufactured ammo. I believe the production date is 1996. This has not been imported for quite some time, so the chances of finding some of this now are kind of slim. Anyway, he was kind enough to let me open it up for you guys, and when we're all done, I'm giving it all back to him. So as you can see, it comes in a Spam can inside a standard style of Soviet kind of East Bloc crate. So I'll just set the can there. Obviously the cheapest type of wood you could think of, but standard style of East Bloc crate. It's got the two handles on each side so you can lug it around. Not a lot of markings on this. We've got the manufacturer's code on the end here, 1996 apparently, and a label with the quantity and the weight and the dimensions and all that stuff, and a shipping sticker for when it was originally shipped. So yeah, not a whole lot to see with that. Came with two of these keys to open it up, being a spam can style of opener. So this is one of the two, one for each can. And finally the can itself, which is the usual galvanized steel can. You can see where it's been soldered there to seal it up, and we've got some markings on it, 7.62x51, the production lot number 2096, and I think 71 is the factory code, 500 rounds, and this is ball ammo. So not a whole lot to see. Got the usual green sealant here on the seams, so we'll get right into this. The usual procedure applies for opening these up. As you can see, we've got a tab here at the end, and the end of the opener is sharpened to let you pry this up. So we'll get underneath that and pry it open, or pry the tab up so we can unwind it. Apologies for any noise in the background here today because I'm outside and there's a road nearby and all that good stuff. So anyway, pry the tab up, and we've got the slot in the middle here. So I'll put the slot into the tab. And I'm sure people are going to give me grief for not wearing gloves while I do this, but we'll live dangerously. We got to listen to see if there's any hiss when we open this. No hiss. So Steve 1989 Emery info would be disappointed. No hiss. Anyway, so it opens up just like it would, like you would open any sort of Spam can. So we'll just plop this thing down. Check to see that we're in frame. That we are. And away we go. As always, there's a little bit of a cut hazard on these sharp edges, so I probably should be wearing gloves, but I mean, what strange diseases have ever come out of China that you'd have to worry about? Let's see. I'm almost afraid to do any videos on anything Chinese nowadays, since they're not real popular with the rest of the world at the moment. Anyway, it's not like this is freshly imported stuff, so hopefully people don't hold that against us. This has been in the country for probably 20 years or more. So anyway, it opens up pretty easily. And for those who think I'm going too slow, you know, you can feel free to skip ahead to the really exciting parts, wherever they are. Probably aren't any, but anyway. And the reason my buddy wants to, of course I was going really well until I got around there. The reason my buddy wants to open this up is because he wants to put it in the regular 50 cal style of ammo can, because he just wants to be able to get at it a bit more easily. And at the rate that he goes through ammo, this will not be around more than a year or two by the time he shoots it all up. So he's a pretty keen shooter. He and I have been shooting together for 35 years, so I think that's as far as we're going to go there. Seems like you've come to a stop. So now the exciting reveal part here. All right. So we got 4 big bundles. That's kind of like the Chinese recent production 7.62x54 that I got a few years ago. It came in big bundles as well. See if we can get one of these out without spilling it everywhere. I guess that's why they put these tabs here. There we go. Set one of those down. And there's a bit of a interesting smell out of that. Actually doesn't smell evil like it usually does. It actually smells kind of like camphor, which is not terribly unpleasant. Got some cardboard spacers inside. They were, I think those were put over the hole where the sealing was done, where they put the solder over that hole. They probably did that to keep from dripping solder onto the ammo and setting stuff on fire and melting it and burning it and stuff. And yeah, it's got this green sealant. It's like a paint that's been put over the seams on the inside before they soldered the thing together. Oh, we'll throw that over there, and we'll open up one of these. Set these other ones aside. Which one will we open? This one's kind of damaged, and so is this one, so we'll open one of those up. Okay, that's interesting. Here's how the ammo's laid out inside. It's all in sort of strips with paper spacers between it. One round up, one round down. So there should be 125 in each of these if my grade 3 math is correct. I think that's what that works out to. So these are steel cased, as almost all the comm block ammo tends to be, with a copper wash on it. So this is basically an M80 ball equivalent or copy that the Chinese came up with, and this would have been for export markets because I don't think the Chinese use any 7.62x51 for their own military. So let's see what the head stamp says there. Get in there, 1996. I think that says CJ96. So this would be Boxer primed, or sorry, Berdan primed. And I believe this is non-corrosive, if I am not mistaken. So Boxer primed, this would be a sort of the standard size of Boxer primer that's in use nowadays, be a 217 diameter one, which most people would consider to be non-reloadable. I have actually reloaded this kind of stuff just to see if I could. Not really worth the effort, to be quite honest, but it can be done if you got the right size primers of the right strength. Anyway, there you go. A quick-ish video for all those who like ammo unboxings. Perhaps we will rob a few of these rounds out of there and pull them apart and have a look at them and see what's inside them. And I guess I'll have to give my buddy some ammo to replace whatever I borrow out of this to try or disassemble. And perhaps we'll fire a few shots of it out of a suitably chambered rifle. Probably not advisable to shoot this stuff out of a .308 Winchester. It might be. We'll see what the pressure's like. Some of this Chinese loaded ammo is fine, and some of it is stupidly over pressure. It depends on which lot number you get. I've seen it both ways. So this remains to be seen what we get for performance. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next one.